Welcome, Aries, to your January 2021 reading. Can you believe we finally get to say goodbye to that tumultuous year? And although things might be flowing into this year, I feel the energy is a lot better for everyone. Now, before I get into your reading, if this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Or if you'd like to keep it out of the public forum, you can email me and I'll be happy to answer your questions there. Now, this month, when I was doing your reading, I got some very specific messages coming through before I even completed it. So I wrote them down and I'm just going to go over those specific messages because I feel like these could be just for somebody out there watching. It's a general reading, so this might not apply to everyone, but the messages that I basically got through were some challenging times are coming up, I feel, for you in work, for some of you. And this could be something to do with someone who's actually not got your best interest at heart. And they are creating some sort of conflict for you at work. And not only don't they have your best interests at heart, they could actually be knowingly working against you. And I'm getting a feeling that you are looking at this situation going, oh no, not again. But you are also going to be perhaps looking at this situation and thinking, well, this is a new journey, and really choosing to perhaps think about this a little bit differently than what happened to you in the past. If that makes any sense to anyone, that is kind of a message that came through. And also I'm feeling there's a great message for love for someone here. I feel like there's a happy celebration around love for you, and this could be because love is coming in very quickly for you in the new year. And or something to do regarding love, lots of love messages, that kind of stuff. And also I'm feeling like you could potentially be quite overwhelmed by this emotional feeling, but I'll go into it in a little bit more detail for everyone. So this month, I feel like there is some challenging times ahead as we come into the new year. And this can be conflict within yourself as well as outward conflict with someone. But you feel this kind of conflict, this is something that you're going to have to really deal with as a priority in January. And even though you feel like these challenges might be coming from you externally, it's actually something that seems to be coming from within you. And sometimes the law of attraction can bring people into your lives that mirror unresolved issues for you. And when you get the 5 of Wands, which is the card I'm referring to, it's a good idea to really review the possibility that the real difficulty that you're actually facing is coming from within you rather than externally. And so if the message that I first read out applies to you and you feel like this is a repeat scenario of something that occurred in your life prior, look at the scenario and look at how you perhaps could be adding to the issue or bringing this issue about for a reason. Now, this also, the Five of Wands also can talk about some healthy competition, and it can be that conflict, but I'm also feeling like for you guys, you might be seeing this challenging time in a different way, in a different perspective, and you might be looking at it like, okay, let's bring it on. We'll play this game and I'll win. You are Aries. You are the gods of war. So I'm feeling like this could be something that you might be able to deal with quite easily. Now, the Five of Swords. Now, this again can be another little bit of a challenging card, and it's a card about making the right decisions, and sometimes we don't always do that. But whatever decision we make, it happens for a reason, and we're going to learn from them. And yeah. And I feel like if this situation that you're in with this bit of conflict with someone has happened before to you in the past because of this feeling like, oh no, not again, I feel like you have learned whatever it is that you need to from the past, and it's going to be able to really help you deal with the situation at hand. And what the Five of Swords does say is be careful not to make the same mistakes again or make the wrong decisions again. I'm feeling like perhaps in the past that is what has happened, but the Five of Swords is coming in to advise you to just be careful of any of those decisions that you might need to be making in regard to a situation that is similar to one that you've been through in the past. Now, for a lot of you, I am seeing some great energy when it comes to love. There is a lot of cups that you've got here, and you've also got that Knight of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's time to celebrate. And this can be to do with really rising above this situation. And I do feel like this is a work or career orientated issue where there's this conflict, and I'm feeling like you could be celebrating a really joyous event, something that you've achieved, something that you've overcome. There could be this kind of energy around this celebration card, but the Three of Cups is also a celebration that announces something wonderful like an engagement or a marriage, and or the birth of a child, the graduation of somebody, a promotion or a new job or something like that. And I'm feeling that really good energy for you. But if this is to do with love and romance, I'm feeling like this is happening very quickly. It's kind of a whirlwind kind of energy, particularly with the Knight of Cups there. That is that card that comes in and makes you swoon. But you are going to be getting a lot of messages regarding this celebration and perhaps this new love interest. A lot of emails, a lot of texts, a lot of calls, that kind of stuff. A lot of fast moving energy around this love situation. Now, you've got the Fool there, and this is a card about a new journey. You are at the beginning, and you are encouraged to just go for it here. You know, this is the Fool card, is that take a leap of faith card. Just go for it. You've kind of done all of the hard work. You've planted the seeds, and it's just time for you to kind of allow that stuff to grow and give you the abundance that you deserve, that you're going to get. There's a lot of opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves for you as well. And there are lots of possibilities for you this year, and certainly in January. But I feel because it's the Fool, it's a major arcana. Therefore, this is a significant card that its effects are going to be going on throughout the year. And yeah, I feel like you've definitely got this opportunity to start something wonderful, and something that you can really have great passion for as well. And this can even be your own development, your own personal development and growth. But it's almost like this project that you've got that you're starting in January, and it's just going to take you to these wonderful places. Yeah, it's just great energy. I feel like you're going to overcome any of these little issues these little conflicts that you could be having. The Fool kind of tells us that we can use creative solutions to overcome any issues, and you're going to be doing that. And it's a card of promise and hope. So that's just such a great message for 2021. And as I said, it's a Fool card, so it will be going into the next few months as well. Now, you have that Seven of Pentacles, and that card is the one that I kind of touched on, where you have actually almost planted the seeds in a garden way back. And this can be to do with finances, or it can be even to do again with yourself and your own personal growth. But the Seven of Cups is just a card of hope and also patience. And it tells you that your efforts will be rewarded in time, because as I mentioned, you've done all the hard work, you've planted the seeds, and now it's just a matter of sitting back and waiting for those desired results to show themselves to you. And if you've been worrying about anything, particularly about this conflict or making these wrong decisions or anything like that, you really don't have to worry. When you get the Seven of Pentacles, that is telling you don't worry about it, that your concerns are unfounded, and all will be well in time. And even though things have been seeming like that they're at a standstill for you, again, this is only temporary, and your plans are really going to be gaining momentum very, very quickly. Just like the Eight of Wands is telling you, things happening very quickly. Now, the Eight of Cups. Now, this is that card that does talk about change, and change in your emotional, in the way your emotions are and your relationships are. And it's almost saying that you are going to be going in a completely different direction than what you were planning to go in. And it's going to be really satisfying, because it's your direction. It's the way you want things to go. And you might feel a bit restless, and the things that sort of fascinated you in the past, they don't fascinate you anymore. And you might be going in just doing your thing the way you want to do it. You're going to leave all of that other stuff behind you, and you are really going to go out in your own direction, and it's going to make you really happy. It's going to give you a lot of emotional and spiritual satisfaction and a lot of emotional reward as well. Now, this sometimes leaving the past behind and going out on your own, it can be a little bit challenging, and it can bring some sadness as well, because you're leaving something behind that meant something to you. But it's really going to be necessary for you to become who you know you're really meant to be deep down inside. So although there's this amazing amount of love and emotion around you, I feel something in the past is really had been holding you back. And I do say had, because I'm feeling like with the 8 of Cups there, you are turning your back on that, and you are really ready to move forward, and you are moving forward to the Knight of Cups. What an amazing card. This is that knight in shining armor that comes in and saves the day. And this is the Knight of Cups talks about a really powerful emotional experience, and it's this energy of being swept off your feet. That's why I'm thinking this is going to be happening really quickly. So some of you are going to be meeting someone, and it's going to be really fast, and things are going to be happening quickly. And you know, I'm talking quickly, like you meet this person and you know this is the one, and the next thing you know, it's like you're getting married. It's that kind of speed and haste, but there's always the warning there. Just make sure deep in your heart that this is the right person, because what the Knight of Cups does sometimes talk about is that person that comes in, and he, you know, has got the poetry and the chocolates and the flowers and the romance, but the Knight of Cups can sometimes just love that whole romance thing, and they're in love with love, so to speak. So just be careful when you meet this person that you don't rush into anything too quickly without really allowing the relationship to grow and be wonderful. But sometimes, you know, you just know and you do what you got to do. So I'll leave that up to you guys. But this energy of the Knight of Cups, it can leave you feeling a little bit off balance. So just remember to stay grounded. But, you know, the Knight of Cups can also be, for some of you that are not planning on getting into a relationship or are already in a happy relationship, this can be that you may be invited to somebody else's marriage or engagement celebration. You could be definitely going to some kind of social event. Now, just to describe what the Knight of Cups is, now this can represent a water sign, that is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But as always, it's not about the star sign, it's about the character of the person. So this is someone that can really sweep you off your feet. They can make your heart just go pitter-patter. It's that kind of person. It's almost like when you talk about romance, the Knight of Cups comes out in a thread. So there is going to be romance for you, definitely, I feel, in January. And you know, this person can be your true love. They really can be. But you've just got to ask the right questions to make sure that they are. You know, be mindful of that. because they can sort of put you in this feeling of emotional, in that ocean of emotion with massive emotional waves coming over you. But make sure you just don't get drowned in that emotion, and you can't sort of see the light, see the forest for the trees, so to speak. Make sure you see it for what it is. I hope that's not putting a negative dampener on this for anyone, but yeah, just be careful, that's all. Now, you have for your final card, exceeding expectations, and the affirmation for this card is, I soar into excellence. I mean, that's Aries to a T. You guys always do that. You always strive to win. And this is the time to dream big and stretch yourself, exceed your own expectations, and definitely exceed the expectations that others have for you. Envisage that in the days ahead, you will be stepping beyond what others anticipate for you, and so it shall be. Wow, it's pretty cool. The universe wants you to know you may have been playing small, but now is your chance to dream big. Expect miracles. Believe that the best will occur for you, and it will. Make plans, big plans for the future. Do not act as if you're inadequate in order to make others feel secure. In the months ahead, you'll be exceeding inner and outer expectations. Get ready to fly. I feel like this can even be talking about love for some of you in this new relationship, but I am feeling like definitely a work-related thing as well. Things are going to be happening fast for you, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful January, and I hope that resonated with you. For any of you that are into crystals, check out my website at kazana.com.au. There's some beautiful crystal pieces there, all one-off pieces only, handmade and designed in Australia by an Australian designer. So check those out, and the meanings of the crystals are there as well. Have a great, wonderful month, Aries. Bye. See you next month. Love you.